I know what you're thinking. Once again, just like last time when I was not Coach Summer, I am also not Coach Freelove. But the two of those beautiful people are a little busy today. So today, your parkour lesson will be with me in this super overclassed, overclouded, yet somehow incredibly glaring day. So today for our parkour lesson, we're going to do our normal warm-ups. We're going to do our mobility therapy. We are going to do our standard style muscular warm-ups. And then after that, unlike a normal day where we're trying to work on, say, a new skill or a new thing, since we've gone through so many different skills at home, today we're going to have a little bit of fun. We're going to do a little bit of weird. And we're going to do one of my favorite things, which is going back to our absolute basics. And in these absolute basics, we're just going to find as many weird and wonky ways to do very simple. Let's do this. Yes, I agree, sir. We're going to find as many weird and wonky ways to do extremely simple and basic skills and just make them as awkward and strange as possible. So if you normally, let's say, do a precision jump, today we're going to do a bunch of little precision jumps. So if you have a step or a staircase in your house, or like my house is single story, but I have two little steps in front of my house, or if you have a garden bed, if you have pretty much anything that gives you a nice little strong raised structure, we're going to be using that a lot. If you don't, you can grab a book, you can grab a brick, you can grab a little piece of wood. There's a million things laying around your house that if you're willing to use your imagination, you can find something to utilize. And instead of doing, say, a precision jump, we're going to pick a little distance. And usually somebody does a precision jump, they land it a couple times, they go, cool, I got this. I'm going to make it a little bigger, right? Very standard, very normal, very straight and narrow, gymnastic style thinking. And I know because I was a gymnast for like 20 years. So what we're going to do today instead is we're going to do that precision jump. Once we do it, we're going to plyo to it. Then we're going to stride to it. Once we get our stride, you know what we're going to do? We're going to stride off the other foot. Then we're going to stand with 2 feet. We're going to swing 1 foot and precision. Then we're going to swing the opposite foot and precision. Then we're going to start in a pistol position. We're going to do a lot of weird stuff on some small little jumps and have a lot of fun, hopefully. First, we're going to start with our warm-ups. So, as always, we're going to do a little bit of cars, controlled articular rotation. So I'm going to step back so you can see me a little better. I'm going to be nice and loud. I'm out in my front yard. We're going to start, normally we start from the head down. Today we're going to be a little wonky. We're going to start from the foot up. So what I want you to do is I want you to grab 1 foot, lift it in front of you. And we are going to point that toe while our leg is straight and create the biggest slow motion circle 3 times one direction and 3 times bink, the other direction. Remember, this whole time we're not going fast, we're going slow-ish, enough that we really feel like we're squeezing the muscles in that joint, and we're forcing some blood in and working it hard. Well, if this isn't awkward enough, as I'm doing my live stream for you beautiful people here for the parkour on our YouTube channel, now my wife is standing behind on her live stream, filming this live stream for her channel, Channelception. Very nice. All right, we did the ankles. Next, we're going to go on to the knees. Nice and easy. Feet planted together. Keep your heels on the ground the whole time. You're going to squat as low as you can. Hands on the knees for a little extra support. Push them all the way off to one side. In front of you. Other side. Push them back behind and straight. If you want to make it a little better with the stretch, you can lean forward. Push to the side. Forward. Other side. And back. Reverse direction. Side. Forward. Side and back. Shake that booty. Booty-doo-doo-doo. Very nice. Next, we're going to do our hips. We're going to do a really simple one you guys have seen a million times. It's just our hula hoops. Remember, when you do your hula hoops, notice right now my shoulders and my feet are kind of staying in the same place. Reverse. And it's my hips that are moving around the rest of my body. Instead, what I can do is actually leave my hips in place, tilt my upper body, and move my upper body around my hips. You'll feel this a lot more in your obliques and your muscles. Bink. I can come back up once again. Now my shoulders are staying in place. It's my hips that are moving. So the center of my body is moving versus the upper body moving for this stretch. You will feel it a little different each way. I usually like to do the center of my body moving. Totally up to you though. I recommend do a couple each direction, both ways. The more weird ways you can hit your body, the better overall you're going to be. And although it's really good to specify into things, get really good at like a specific thing, being able to generalize and do a little bit of everything is really good for your overall longevity. All right, we're going to do a little bit more hip ones. We're going to stand straight, take 1 foot, turn towards your big toe. So I'm turned as far as I can without twisting my hips or anything. Lift it as high as you can. When you can't lift it anymore, drop your foot normal. You'll be able to go a little higher. Bring it around the outside. Bring it, using that arm to balance. Stick it behind me. Out to the side. All the way back up. Turn. Drop her down. Other foot. Big toes pointed up, right on the side. That whole side of my toe where the big toe is. Lift it up. Straighten it. You can go a little higher. Bring it around to the outside. Around behind you. Back around. All the way back up the front. Tilt it. And drop it down. Very nice. Next one we're going to do is our spine. So normally when we spine, we squeeze our butt cheeks, so it's not our hips that are moving, right? And we round our chest down, and we stand back up. It's a very normal one that we do. Instead today we're going to do a little different. We're going to put a twist on it. So you're going to put your arms across your chest, getting that young Wakanda forever, or Wolverine, whichever makes you a happy camper. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to squeeze my butt cheeks as tight as I can, round myself forward so I'm nice and tight. And from here, what I'm going to do, while squeezing my fist, squeezing my butt cheeks, squeezing my feet into the ground, I'm going to twist as far as I can one way. Notice I'm not twisting my legs because these are locked in place. I'm just going to twist my upper body as far as I can. Tilt to the side as far as you can. And now we're going to round back and chest up towards the ceiling as far as you can. Twist towards the other side and tilt back down and round back to the center. Other direction. Should look like a weird little hunchback dude. Squeeze one way as far as you can to the side. Tilt over. Round it up. Extend your spine up and over to the other side. Twist it back down and bring it back to the center. Very nice. Next we're going to do our shoulders. Hands down by your sides. Keeping your arms parallel and keeping them straight. We're going to raise our arms up. Shoulders to our ears. Reach it around behind us. All the way down. Hands straight to your sides. Do it again with your palms facing up. Don't just bring your arms up. Bring your shoulders up as well. All the way back around. Down to the sides. Reverse direction. Take my hands. Point them backwards. Back. Around the sides. All the way up to my shoulders touch my ears. Down to the center. Back. Around the side. Shoulders to my ears. All the way back down. Now, one time, just for a little bit of fun, come a little closer so you can see. I'm going to squat down so you can see a little better. One palm up, one palm down. Opposite directions at the same time. They pass, high five at the top. Bring it all the way back around. Switch directions. Back, so here, up to the top they pass. Back down to here, back down to the bottom. If you haven't tried this before, they are pretty fun. They're a little wonky if you're not used to them. We're going to do our elbows. Arms out straight. I'm going to bolt my elbow in place right there, keeping my palms facing forward, making a big circle. When I get about here, my palms are going to face backwards now. Pointed behind me. When I extend out, twist all the way over until my palms are forward again. Big circle. When I'm doing this, I'm squeezing my biceps, my shoulders, my triceps. I'm still squeezing my butt cheeks or my glutes. Your gluteus maximus, strongest, gluteus. And all the way back one more time. Whoop. If you're really squeezing, like I'm squeezing the crap out of my biceps when I do this, by the time I'm done, my arms are a little tired. It's going to take 5-10 seconds for them to get back to normal. All right? That's what you want. That's how we warm up joints. Last one we're going to do are our wrists. So I want you to squeeze two fists. I'm going to come a little closer so you can see. When I'm right here, I'm going to roll the fists around one another. I am squeezing while I do this, so it feels like they're going through molasses or super thick tar. I am not just bloop, 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 right? See how slow I'm going? I'm squeezing. Notice my forearms aren't moving much. I'm not doing this with my arms. I'm rotating around. Good. Now what I want you to do is squeeze just the first 2 sets of knuckles. Same thing, moving them here. You'll notice this actually gets a lot harder if you're squeezing while you do it. Reverse direction. Good. Straighten the fingers out. Same thing. By the time you finish this, your wrists should hate you. Understandably so. Last one we're going to do is our neck. Chest up. Notice I can kind of sit like this, but I'm pulling my chest up. My shoulders aren't back. They're just out to the sides right now. I'm just letting it all relax while my spine is in a straight up and down position and my chest is squeezed. I'm going to pull my head down, scrape my chin across my shoulder as far as it'll go. Tilt up and back. So I'm lifting my chin up and back, up, over, all the way to the other side. Bring it back down and scrape it back to the center. Try talking while you do it. You should sound funky. That's the way it's supposed to be. That means you're really pinching that chin down, and that's why I sound even more weird than normal. Scrape to the side, tilt it back, up, over the top to the other side, and all the way back to center. Very nice. Let's get ourselves busy with a little bit of monkey crawlage. All right, we're gonna have a little bit of fun today. We're gonna do our monkey crawls. What I want you to do is stick one leg out to the side. We're gonna shift over, move our hands, and when we do this, we're gonna hop. I'm gonna replace this foot with that foot. So I'm hopping up, landing in that extended position, pulling it back. Shift over, hop and switch the feet. Shift over, hop and switch the feet. Bing. Now, let's have a little bit of fun. All right? You guys know what a sweep kick is? It's where you swing a leg around in front of you or behind you. We're gonna start with front. So what I'm gonna do here is with my leading leg, because I'm going that direction bent, I'm gonna sweep my leg, shift over. Sweep my leg, shift over. Sweep my leg, shift over. Other direction. Sweep, shift, sweep, shift, sweep, shift, sweep, shift. As you guys can see, it's a little funky, a little weird. We're gonna do the same thing again, and instead of sweeping in front of our body, we're gonna sweep behind our body. So I'm gonna come over here to the side of the screen. What I'm gonna do, sweep my leg behind me, shift over. Sweep my leg behind me, shift over. Sweep, shift, sweep, shift. We're gonna do it back the other direction. So here we go. Sweep your leg, shift over. Sweep your leg, shift over. Was that a little different than normal? Good. Because now we're going to mix them together to have a little bit of fun. So I'll start a little closer so you can see a little better. Right here. Alright. Always the way I'm going. That's my bent leg. I'm going to do a continuous circle. So, you got to pick which direction you want to go. I'm going to go, for me, clockwise. So I'm going to sweep the leg, shift over. To continue clockwise, I'm going to back sweep the leg, shift over. When I reverse and go the other way, in this case, if I want to do counterclockwise, I would sweep the leg, shift, sweep the leg in front, behind, shift, in front, behind. All we're really doing with this is just finding some weird, little funky ways to do our normal side-to-side monkey crawl warm-ups. And that's what today's session is all going to be about. It's just doing your normal basic stuff, like a side-to-side monkey crawl, finding weird, funky ways to do it. So, we're going to do a few more monkey crawls to finish our muscular warm-up. Sweep the leg, Johnny. Oh my God. Yeah, no, seriously, every time I say sweep, that's all I can think about as well. That is exactly right. All right, guys. So after this one, what we're gonna do, same concept. We're just sticking with side-to-side monkey crawls for now. We're gonna throw a few little weird things on it. It's kind of hard to see myself on the screen, so I'm pretty sure I'm near the edge. What we're gonna do this time, all right, is normally in our side-to-side, right, we got our feet here. We go hands, feet, very good. It's a great way for new students to learn. Once you start getting up, into your orange rank and your green rank, you want to kind of mess with it. Once you get, especially into like your green, blue, or purple, you're like, I want to get challenged. So let's find some more fun ways to do it besides just the sweep. Sweep is fun, not incredibly challenging. It's just kind of weird and wonky until you get used to the flow of it. So now we're going to add on to it a little more. So what I'm going to do on this one is same kind of concept with shifting over. So I'm going to shift over. So instead of feet together, right, I'm always doing kind of this straddle, shift to the side. This time what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to go inverted. like half of a handstand. My head's gonna tuck down, my butt is gonna pop up, and I'm gonna shift my feet. So I pop up, here, right over, shift. Butt goes up, shift. Notice I'm not doing any kind of crazy big kick. My goal right here is just to get used to planting all the weight on my hands and controlling myself. So I'm gonna shift over, hands are down, head goes down, pops over. When I do this, I could stay right here and just do this, right? This is not a bad technique if you're first learning it, just to get used to shifting your feet. But what we can do is we can have that more fun by sticking our head down, which allows us to pop the butt up, and jumping. That puts all the weight on my fingertips and forearms and starts building that strength for handstands. If you are a weirdo like me, and you have an even halfway decent handstand, and you want to have a little fun, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna shift over, plant the hands, kick up to handstand. So shift, my back leg is gonna kick up, come back down. Now normally I'd go here for a handstand, right? Instead, I'm gonna squat, shift to the side. Whoop. Up to handstand, switch the feet, shift over. Same thing back. Now you have to kick with the opposite leg than you normally would. Here, shift over, kick. Remember, you don't have to go all the way up to a handstand like I am. You can go as high or as low as you feel comfortable. But for those of you who are like, Coach Justin, do you understand? I am a blue rank. I'm super awesome and I do cool stuff and I need a challenge. Okay, I got it for you. Your challenge to work on at home. Because I'm going to show you and you're going to be like, wait, what? So you got to work on this at home. When you shift over, you're going to kick those legs up. You're going to do a full spiraling windmill with your feet before coming back down and shifting over. So I'll show you real quick. Go here, right? Shift, kick up, whoop, full spiral, drop down. That leg is out. Whoop, I lost it. And back. Let's try it back the other direction. Here, I kick up. Oh, I lost it again. Coach Justin, no good. Shift, kick out, switch, and back down. You just mess with yourself, have a little fun. Again, these are just side-to-side monkey crawls. We're just finding weird ways to do it. You can also, if you really want to have some fun, move some shoulder rolls in with this, and you can make all kinds of weird combos. All right, again, today's entire parkour lesson is just about getting out of your normal comfort zone and being weird. Not like completely normal. How dare you? All right, if you need one, grab a quick drink of water. I know I do. And I'll be right back. And we are going to be using these beautiful steps right here that you can see right here in the front of my house. And we're going to be having a little bit of fun here doing some jumpies. All right, if you do not have steps of your own, go grab a brick, a piece of wood, even a book that you can land on, something that you can jump onto that is slightly raised so you actually know that you're landing where you're supposed to be landing. Absolute worst case scenario, put a little piece of tape on the ground. Doesn't matter if it's Scotch tape, whatever, something that designates your landing area. Grab a quick drink. We'll be back in 30 seconds. All right, beautiful people, let us beginneth. Art thou ready? Hopefully I won't fall over here into this rose bush because that would suck for me, not for you. That'd be hilarious for you. All right, so normally we do our precision jumps. I'm just gonna start right here, nice and close. I don't want you to try to make whatever precision jump we're doing far away or difficult for yourself. What I want you to be doing is making it easy in the beginning, leaving yourself back, but we're going to go through a bunch of different weird precisions. So first one we're going to is our standard precision. Feet together, chest up. Remember, if you're gonna do it, stick your landing, no shuffling, chest up, no head down, all right? We're absorbing with our legs. We're just gonna get a little arm swing. And I'm sticking right here. My arms are out, my butt is back, my legs are bent. I can wobble and work on my balance however I need. Standard precision jump, all right? Let's do 2 of those so we're all on the same page. Little jump, stick your landing. Oh yeah! Now, we're gonna start changing up a little bit. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna stand, take 1 step back. We're gonna take a right foot stride off where you were standing before, stick your precision jump. It should be easier than your standard precision jump. Why? Because in this case, you have a little stride into it, it's a little easier. The higher your precision point is, might be a little more difficult. And it's starting to sprinkle on me, so we'll see how long we stay out here. So I'm gonna take my little right foot stride, precision, stick my landing. Remember, when you take off that stride, drive the knee. Even though we're doing a timed one, this is about doing it as good as possible, not about doing the biggest jump possible. All right, same thing, right foot stride, stick the left foot, or stick your pre. Right here, and stick. Good. Now we're gonna do, you guessed it, we're gonna switch to the opposite foot. So now I'm gonna stride off the foot I don't normally stride off of, which should feel a little weird because it's not your normal foot. If you are a righty and you always start off your right foot, every time you go somewhere with jumps that you know you can make, out of every 4 jumps you do, make 3 of them off your opposite foot. Okay? That's how you're gonna get good. If you do the same amount on both feet, you already have a good side, your other side's not gonna get as good. You never know when you're gonna need to stride off the opposite leg, or when a certain obstacle you come up to is only set up on one side of your body. Always do more on your bad side until they become even, and then do the same amount on both sides. So here we go. Left foot, swing, stick, precision. Let's do it again. You can step back a little further if you want a little bigger stride, whatever makes you happy. Here I go. Left foot, stick the landing. Nice. As always, you'll notice I'm using my legs to absorb. My butt's a little back. My chest is up, not slouched and round forward. And my arms are out in front of me to use as a counterbalance. My legs go one way, my arms go the other. That is our normal takeoff position from our stride. We're gonna jump and plyo out of that. If you're not familiar with that term, that means when I jump and do a precision, I stick the landing. A plyo means when I land, I immediately jump 2 feet out. So imagine if I'm striding, right? It's like 1 foot, other foot. Each time my foot goes down as a stride, imagine just doing a bunch of precisions in a row where you jump, jump, jump. It's just a stride, but with 2 feet. That's a plyo. So I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna jump, and plyo. Stick my landing. I'm going up to the higher step just to give myself a little bit more of a challenge. You pick whatever works for you. Same idea, here we are. We're gonna do everything at least twice. I'm gonna jump. Notice that when I jump, you'll see my arms already circling back. I know that I'm gonna explode out of my first landing, and I want my arms already behind me when I land. So as I jump, my legs and my arms can swing in tandem to build more power. You'll notice I'm not jumping and then trying to reach back and swing my arms, right? When I jump right here, I'm gonna go a little diagonal so you can see my body a little better. When I jump, my arms are already going behind me, so it's a big circle behind me, so I can get that extra momentum for my jump. All right, we've done 2 of those. Now, let's do something I really enjoy doing. It's a little harder. Again, this is a small thing because we're just getting used to it right now, so it won't be very difficult, but still a little harder than your normal precision or stride. We're gonna stand right here, 2 feet. I'm gonna take 1 foot, swing it behind me, swing it in front of me, and jump to my precision. I'm swinging my right leg. We're gonna do 2 right leg, 2 left leg. So here we go. Here, swing it back, stick your landing. Good. Again, if you don't stick your landing, that's okay. It's a new one. Take your time. We don't get everything first try. I'm probably gonna falter on 1 or 2 of these, even though it's small, because that's why we go back to our basics, to relearn stuff and lock it down. Basics are what basics for warm-ups. It's a great way to warm up your body and make sure you have the fundamentals of what every other skill is built off of. You don't have a good forward roll, you won't have a good dive roll. You don't have a good dive roll, you won't have a good front flip. You don't have a good front flip, you won't have a good 1 3/4 or double front. So again, here we go. Right foot, big swing, Also with this one, you'll notice the leg I'm jumping off of, it's mostly straight because I'm swinging. If I bend my leg, I'll kick the ground, which means you're using a lot more of your calf and ankle and toes to pop off this instead of more leg jump. So you're learning to do your jump with different muscle groups. That's just gonna strengthen those, make your entire leg stronger, and allow you to do bigger jumps. So let's swatch over to our other foot. I'm gonna jump off my right leg, swing my left leg. So here we go. Swing, and stick. One more time. Same thing. Left leg, big swing, stick. Very nice. Don't forget those arm swings. If you're mostly going forward, your arms will end it most forward. If I'm doing something really close to me, but really tall, like if I was trying to jump on here, my arm swing would be near vertical. If I'm going up and forward, it's gonna be some 45 or upper degree angle. Just keep in mind where your arms are pointing is where your body's gonna go. All right, now we've done those swing ones. Now we're gonna get a little more funky. I'm gonna jump off my left leg again, like when we started. This is actually a cool one I learned from Coach Dylan. If you don't know Coach Dylan, he runs Collective Movements out in Riverside City. Really awesome guy, good coach, great athlete, knows his stuff. Check out his channel. He's got a lot of great tutorials as well. He'll teach you all kinds of cool stuff because he mixes a lot of tricking with his parkour, which I'm told now is free running. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stand. Instead of swinging and kicking that leg, I'm gonna slightly bend my leg I'm standing on. I'm gonna put my heel right out in front of me, not resting on the ground, but just right here. And I'm gonna jump from this position to my precision. Look how tiny this is. This is maybe 4 feet and like maybe 14 or 18 inches up. And it's making it harder for me and weirder for me. So we're gonna try it again because we're doing 2 times for everything. So I'm standing here, leg in front. By the way, if you do this outside, a really good way to do this is if I'm jumping off of something, like say here, I actually drop that leg down a little bit. Right now it's probably a little harder because we're standing on the ground, but you can drop here and practice your knee drive and stuff. It's just a way to make it a little more difficult for you so you get stronger and better faster. It's like if I do a regular push, I get a little stronger. If I do a diamond push-up, I'm gonna get a lot stronger, a lot faster with a lot less diamond push-ups because they're harder. So one more time, here we go. Feet together, foot up in front. And again, I know I talk a lot, so feel free to do extras. Just listen to the background because occasionally I say something worthwhile. Occasionally. I've been doing it for 20 years, so I probably said at least 20 things worthwhile. So here we go from here. We're gonna swing and pop. Oh, made it! Score! As always, we do everything both sides. So, I'm gonna stand. My left leg's in front. I'm gonna bend. Popping this leg forward only from where it is. Don't forget to use your arms to make your life easier. Ooh. You probably couldn't see it on the camera. I got one foot on solid. All right, one more time. Left leg's in front. Big arm swing. Much better the second time after my body had a little bit of time to figure out what in the world was going on there. Now, you'd be like, Coach Justin, that was a lot of weird ways to do just a tiny basic precision. You took up so much time in class just doing tiny basic precision things. That was a lot of them. Thank you, Coach Justin. You are welcome, random person. But guess what? We're gonna do more because in everything we do, especially when you go outside on concrete, especially when you start throwing corks and all kinds of weird things that are off axis and diagonal and twisting and landing and you don't always see the ground before it's there, that is where people roll their ankles, they hurt themselves, and those injuries come from. We don't want that to happen to you. We don't want that to happen to anybody else. So what we have to do is we have to practice landing sideways, weird angles, 1 foot. We want to build up that strength and flexibility and mobility of our ankles, our knees, and our hip joints. So when you land these things, you don't go ouchie face. That's the technical term that I just made up right now. All right, so I'm gonna set all your beautiful faces down. We're coming back over here again. Let's see if we can see this thing pretty well. This time, when I jump to my stair, we are gonna jump off 2 feet. I'm gonna turn 90 degrees to my right, and I'm gonna land on my left foot only. So, in basic precision, jump, turn, and landing on 1 foot. Good. Let's do it again. When you land, try to keep most of the weight on the ball of your foot. You don't want to slam your heel, but you will land flat-footed. Most of the weight on the front though. So the same idea. We go again here. Jump. Turn. Stick the landing. Nice. Normally when we do a precision to know we've done it good, our heels are hanging off the edge. We obviously can't do that on these. I want my big toe, or whichever toe there, on the outside edge, to be right there along the edge of the thing we're jumping on. We're going to do the same thing again, but this time we're turning to our left and landing. You guessed it. Remember how last time we landed on our left foot? You think that now that we're turning the other way, we're going to land on the right foot. But you're wrong. We're going to land on the left foot again. All right, so now it's going to be pinky side out instead of big toe side out. So we're going to do the same exact jump right here. An extra leg weight is pulling me that way, so I got to lean back a little bit. That one wasn't so good for me, so we're going to try it again. Same idea. Jump, turn left, land left foot. Woo! Really funky way to work on your balance. Now what we're going to do is go back. We're going to turn to our right. Wait a second. Did I jump and land on my right foot the first time or my left foot? Oh my God, Coach Justin is... What? That's right. Like, I was pretty sure. Yeah, we landed this foot, yeah. So now we're going to turn to the right and land on our right foot, so pinky toe out. So here we go. Jump, turn right, right foot. And if I did do that one last time, and I forget because we've done so many different changes, and you know what the right one is, you do the right one. And by right one, I mean correct one, not left one. What? The first time, the very first one? Then we're doing it correct. Turn right, landing right. Here we go. Ooh, not bad. All right. Now we're turning left, and we're landing right foot. Oh man, that was no good for me. Let's try that again. Jump, turn left, land right foot. A little better, but not the greatest. Last one we're gonna do. That's a lie, it's not the last one we're gonna do. We're gonna jump 180, turning right, and try to stick our toes right on the edge. So same thing, we're gonna jump, lift the knees, tuck, looking over the shoulder. So when I jump, I'm looking at my landing. If I'm turning right, I'm looking to my left, seeing it, looking down. Notice when I look down, I'm looking down with just my chin, not my upper body. It's very common in humans that when we turn our head, right? If I stand right here, I'm gonna turn sideways so you can see. If I look down, notice my spine and my shoulders round down, right? It's a lot easier. If I look up, I lean back and I look up. Okay, but what we want to do is keep a nice, straight, neutral spine, straight up and down, and move just my head. If I move just my head, I can still look up and down about 90% as much, but I'm not getting that weight of my upper body and my shoulders and my whole upper body lean forward or backwards, which is what throws a lot of people off. Think about all the times you've landed and stuck a landing, right? You land it, and then you slowly then fall off. It's usually when you're looking down at your feet, because it's not just your head looking down, it's your whole shoulders and upper body, and all that weight tips you over. So when we do this one, keep your eyes on the landing, but keep your chest up. So we're gonna turn to our right. We're gonna do two of them. Over here, jump. See that right there? Toes right at the edge. My chest is up. I looked at it the whole way to the landing. I could see it the whole time, but I didn't drop my chest and shoulders. I probably will on one of these to make myself look bad because it's more fun that way. It's the same idea. Big arm swing, jump, tuck. Woo! Ah! Notice when I landed, my shoulders were forward. I didn't round forward, but I was here instead of here with my butt down. I should have been in this position, and I was more in this position. For shame, Coach Justin. For shame. All right. Now we're turning lefties. Here we go. Big jump. Woo! My left side is my weird side, so this one feels a little funky, but not too bad. Same idea, whichever way you normally don't turn. If you do everything to your right, you better start turning left. You guys can keep working. I'll just tell you this real quick because it's funny. For those of you know who Coach John is, he is one of the coaches that helps run the parkour competition team for Firestorm's kids and teens adult, or basically for the competition team for when we go to the West Coast Parkour Championships. Very, very impressive athlete. Super fit dude. Crazy good. My favorite part, I've been training with him for the last 3 weeks almost every single day. My favorite part of training with him is he rarely trains his switch side. So although he is much better than me and he can jump further and stronger and faster and pretty much everything he does, every time we do a skill, I make him do it on his opposite side. The first 2 weeks, he could barely do it. His body didn't know how to incorporate it. It felt weird. It felt awkward, right? He hated it. Now, for the last week, every time we've trained, I don't have to tell him to do it on his opposite side. He immediately does it, and he's begun to improve, and his opposite side is almost as good as his regular side, to where he can now do just about any skill, whether it's a rail stride, a diagonal precision on a rail or something else, you know, high up in the air. We've been training in a lot of really, really cool spots since everything's closed right now. All of that has come from him training his opposite side. We went to a rail that we were trying to run across. The rail curved to the left. He almost always turns right. When he got up there, his first 5 or 6 turns, he almost always turns left. He needed to turn right as he ran to the left to keep himself balanced. He kept turning his normal left direction and fell off the rail the first 10 times. It took him forever because he never practiced turning right on these things to get it down. But once he did, it became as easy as anything else. He just had to put 10 or 15 minutes into it. Practice your opposite way more than your normal way. You'll become a better, more all-around athlete. So one more time after about 10-minute speech. We're jumping, we're turning left. Here we go. Chest up. I can't stop. Like 5 years after it was cool. I just can't stop doing it now. Don't know why. All right. Now with that, let's have a little bit of fun. We did it from a standing precision. Now what we're gonna do, you guys can already think about what we did before, right? We did a little stride on one foot, turn. So I can do a right foot stride, turn 180 right and stick it. Right foot stride, turn 180 left and stick it. Then go to my left foot. I can do the weird standing swing one. I can do a plyo one. I can do all these different things. But we've already done all those, so instead of just doing those again, which there's nothing wrong with, you totally should, let's have a little bit of fun with this 180 landing. Let's find other interesting ways to come into it, like a floor Kong. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to do my floor Kong to my starting position. Floor Kong. And jump 180 pre. Again, I'm not doing anything crazy. These are all, for the most part, orange rank style skills or white rank style skills. I'm just finding new and interesting little ways to do them, to have a little bit of fun, and to challenge myself. You don't always have to be like, oh, I can do a front flip full twist. Next, I need to do a front flip 540, also known as a Rudy, right? I can find weird little things like this and find interesting ways to challenge myself by putting together those low-level skills and doing them in weird ways. All right, so let's have a little fun. Same thing for you. Floor Kong it in. Immediate rebound or plyo. Spin to your right, stick your landing. Spin to your left, stick your landing. Spin to your right, land on one foot. Spin to your right, land on your left foot. There's a lot of weird things. I think you're starting to get the idea. All right. Woo! So we've done a lot of these precision things today, and I hope I left you with some interesting ideas on what else you can do with those ones. But what I'm going to do, we're going into the house. Oh, it's alive! There's the cat tower. What we're going to do is we're going to have a little bit of fun right here. Oh, that's way too bright. And this thing's in the way. Oh my gosh, look at this, everybody. Tiny leopard! Yo, tiny leopard, what's up? Ari, come say hello to the people. Now the people aren't down there, they're up here. Meow. That's cat speak for, she will eat your soul. All right, we're gonna have a little bit of fun here, and we are gonna work on a skill you rarely see, because it is definitely more of a gymnastic skill, but this is one that is really, really, really gonna help you with your handstands. If you can't get all the way up and balance your handstand all on your own, this one is totally gonna help and make your, it will make your kitty more worthwhile. Oh, look at your little leopard spots. Okay, get out of here. You're making me talk in weird voices than I normally would. We are gonna work on our headstand. Headstand is the precursor to our handstand. If you can kick up into a handstand and hang out for 30 seconds, this one's probably not going to do you much good other than just building some neck strength. If you can't do a handstand, kick up for 30 seconds and just chill the majority of the time, then a headstand is a great way to start building good balance and body position without having to fully be in a handstand. A lot of times we do them against a wall. Walls are great. I got nothing against that. That's how I teach most people. But if you want to get used to the feeling of the balance without having a wall so you're not cheating the entire time, this is a great way. This is like riding a bicycle, but this is your training wheels. All right? So what we're going to do is I'm going to place my hands down, shoulder width apart. Don't go super wide. Most people feel more comfortable this way. I promise you, it's a little harder. You can go just outside of shoulder width if you want, but generally right here around shoulder width and maybe like half a hand's width out is your most. Don't be going out here. It's a trick. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go and we're going to place the top. You're going to feel like when you put it down, you want to go on your forehead. Don't put it on your forehead. That will be funny, but it will crank on your neck and you will be an unhappy camper by the time you're done. You're going to go on top of your head and set the top of your head down. See how far my hands are apart? Imagine an equilateral triangle. That's a triangle where all three sides are the same distance or all 3 points are the same distance from each other. All right, so when you do this, if my hands are here, this far apart, from the center of that going forward is where my head's going to go. All right, I'm going to turn a little sideways just so you can see a little better. Here are my hands, they're shoulder width apart. Here is the top of my head. Notice my head is not here between my hands. Super common. People want to put their head between their hands. Now you just have a straight line. There's nothing to push you forward or backwards. All right? We use our hands to push ourselves this way and our head to pull ourselves back. So I'm going to set my head down. What I'm going to do, notice my fingers are face forward, not out to the sides and definitely not backwards. Those are weird versions you can do to make yourself a little better. Not a bad idea. You're going to stick your head or your butt up. I'm going to walk into my toes until my knees are just over my elbows. And I'm going to slowly set my knees here. Notice I can take my hands off the ground, or sorry, my feet off the ground. I can even turn my head and look at you guys. Hey, what's up? All right. What I'm going to do is, as I feel comfortable, notice my butt's not really moving. The rest of my body's not moving. I'm just pulling my heels to my butt. From here, if you feel comfortable, great. If not, try staying here. Keep your toes on the ground. Move yourself around until you feel strong. If you do feel good here, this is called a tripod. What we're going to do is we're going to lift my knees. Notice when I do this, I'm going to turn my head so I can see you guys. Notice when I do this, I can't just lift my feet up. It'd be really hard. See how my butt is kind of rounded just a little bit? It's because my knees are on my elbows. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my low abs and my low back, and as I try to pull my knees off of my elbows, I'm going to have to stick my butt up. See how there's a straight line from my shoulders to my butt now? That's what I want to see. From here to here. All right? This one's really good. If you just want to build some ab exercises, this thing's great for you. Make sure when you're doing this, keep squeezing your neck muscles, because the last thing you want to do is go loose on your neck. It's just going to start compressing your spine a little bit. Once I feel good here, I'm going to slowly extend my feet to the ceiling, squeezing my legs together. I'm generally not perfectly straight up and down. My toes are leaned a little bit over my fingers. That's because my fingers can push me back. If my feet go too far back over this way, there's nothing to save me and push me back. I'm just going to fall over, which is really entertaining for all of you. And, well, fun for me because I like forward rolls, but if you slam into something, you're not going to have a good time. If you pizza when you're supposed to french fry, you're not going to have a good time. And if any of you know what that phrase is from, you're having a good time. All right. When I come out of this, I like to extend my spine up and slowly, so slowly, move my head from side to side in a little circle. Remember, your neck and spine was just holding your entire body weight while you're trying to squeeze. This thing is great for strengthening your neck, but when you first start, it's a little funky. Oh! Clint Eastwood, Coach Aaron, you know what's up. Very nice. You get all the good ones. I like you. You're a good man. All right. Now, let's just say that you're a bit more of an advanced student. And you're like, Coach Justin, I've been doing handstands for years. In fact, I was once a gymnast. And your pathetic attempt
That wind!
Welcome, roommate.
Justin.
I'm not slamming doors, I'm on a live stream. Ari, attack. Attack, turn the key. Okay, this is, well, that's not how you're supposed to attack. The cat's getting a bath in the background again. All right. Let's say you've been doing this for a long time and you're like, hey, bro, those headstands are easy. I need a challenge. Okay. What we're going to do, I gave you the strength version, right? Lift the knees off the elbows so your back's straight. Go back down. I'm going to give you a more advanced version if you happen to be a more advanced student. If you're not a more advanced student yet, that doesn't mean in all things, it just means in this, and this might be a new skill for you, so it takes some time. It's my roommate, Timmery. Timmery, say hi.
Hi!
I was about to say she only speaks in interpretive dance, but there you go. All right, I'm going to place my hands down again. And what I'm going to do this time, oh, and I'm so sorry, I almost forgot to mention, this can be really intense on your head. I have a small, like, quarter-inch cushion into this. Put a pillow or something under your head. Or take your pair of Firestorm sweatpants, fold them up, place them on top of your head. All right? What we're going to do is I'm going to give you some slightly more advanced variations you can do to have a little bit of fun. So, I'm going to get to my headstand. Number one, you can skip using your knees to go up. I can go right here, straddle my feet wide, all the way up. And if you want to build some strength, straddle your feet out, down, I just barely touch, and back up again. These ones are a pretty good strength exercise. You're going to feel a little weight load on your arms, but you're going to feel a lot of it through your core and your low abs and the inside of your thighs. Like with most things, if you're doing a handstand, you can do that straddle press handstand. That's going to build some serious strength. If you want to take it to the next level, I go here, I go down, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a pike press handstand. So my feet are together, I roll my butt up like we talked about, legs go up, legs go down, 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 and then I roll my butt down and back up again. Whee! Now, despite the fact that I'm upside down, I hear what you're saying. You're like, Coach Justin, I've got amazing handstands. Headstands are easy. Straddle press handstand? Pike press headstand? Come on, dude. I'm a champion of life. Okay, just for those of you who want to get a little funky, and I recommend, if you're doing these, you might tip over and fall on your back, so take a couch cushion, take a couple pillows, take a couple comforters, put them behind you. But here's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you one last one as a really great strength exercise. So what I can do is I get myself ready. I'm going to press up however I want, okay? From here you can have a little fun. Beep, 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 whatever you want to do. What I'm going to do is you can go to your fingertips and do your straddle press downs. Beep. Your pike press downs. Beep. Just like doing fingertip push-ups. And if you really hate your life, we're going to go here. Whoop. Bruce Lee style. We got one finger each side. And slowly bring our toes to the ground. And back up. One more time, because one time is left. Oh. Woo! Oh my God, my head. My spine is so compressed. But that's because I'm old. You're young. You're strong. You'll be fine. So, that one we just did right there was with a single fingertip on each side. My fingers obviously are not enough strength to lift my 205-pound body. Actually, I'm down a little bit. I'm at like 201 or whatever. So, not enough to lift my entire body. So instead of just using my fingertips here, those are mostly for balance. That means that my neck is holding my entire body weight, so I have to be squeezing tight, and I'm bringing everything down. So my abs are lifting my entire body, balancing on just an individual finger on each side. Oh, did you just try the one finger one? You should, it's very good. Okay, and that, I still have a pretty wide base of my hands to make things a little easier. What I can do to make it a little more intense, bring my hands together. It's a lot like push-ups, right? Fingertip push-ups are way more intense than a normal flat push-up. So I can make a diamond. Bring my diamond hands in right here. Set my head in front. Now, I should mention I've broken my wrists a few times. They're not as flexible as they used to be. So I have a tendency to roll up onto the side of my hands. You can kind of do that. It just means I have less base. It makes it a little harder. But maybe your hands are more flexible and you're good. Place my hands down. There's my head. Same idea. Press it. Oh, no, I lost it. Well, I guess I'm on forearms now. Skater boy! That did not work well at all. But you're young, you got good hands, you got flexible wrists and stuff. You'll be just fine. Just fine. Again, whenever we come down from this, roll out your neck because you are holding your entire body weight. Right? This part of your neck, what does it hold all day? Your head. That weighs a bit. Now, we're reversing that, and it's holding, this part of your body is holding everything from the neck down. It's way more intense, so take your time. All right. We are coming now down to the end of our session. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna finish up. We had some weird strength exercises there. So instead what we're gonna do is we're gonna focus a little bit on stretching since we did a bunch of headstands and oh my gosh, that was on our neck, that was super intense. What we are gonna do is we are gonna stretch out our neck. So we're gonna place one hand on top, we're gonna reach over our head and grab the face, grab the whole face. No, grab just your head. And we're gonna pull it down to the side. Now you've all seen this a million times. It's really boring. You pull the head down, blah, blah, blah. All right, I get it. So what we're gonna do instead is you are going to use your neck muscles to actively fight the opposite direction. Not as intensely as you can, but a good 60-70%. So let's try that for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take your arm right here. You're gonna place your opposite arm behind your back. My head is down. I'm gonna pull and I'm gonna fight again with my head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not bad. Now what I'm gonna do, taking this arm, my hand's here, and I'm gonna squeeze my shoulder back and down. That's gonna lengthen these muscles. So when I'm pulling down here, now this muscle is gonna be fully elongated, and yet I'm gonna be squeezing it, trying to pull my head back up. You should feel it like 10 times more intense than what we've done. So take your time, go a little slow, because it's gonna get a little cray-cray. So arm behind my back, and remember, I'm trying to squeeze my elbow back and down. Ready? Head goes over, squeeze your, before I'm even pulling my head, as soon as I pull through here, I should feel it like 5 times more intense. And I'm gonna pull 1, 2, squeeze, break, 3, 4, 5. Oh my God, I almost died. Somehow I'm still alive. Miracle of science and nature. We're gonna do the opposite side, so I'm gonna pull down. Remember, we're just doing this nice. If you want, you can pull that shoulder down to get a little more of a stretch. And we're fighting against it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Somebody's throwing hats at me. What is going on here? Arms behind your back. Squeeze your elbow back. Squeeze your shoulder down. Pull your head over. Fight for freedom. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, relax and slow. Gentle roll. So gentle that you fall into a deep slumber. You are feeling very sleepy. Ooh, now. Enter your credit card digits into the live stream. Yes, along with your mother's maiden name. Ooh. All right, that was pretty good. Let's stretch out our shoulders just a little bit. So remember, with anything we do in stretching, we want active stretching, no passive stretching. That's just fancy ways of saying that when I'm doing it, I'm not just pulling right my arm in and chilling. This does so little for my body. I need to be actively trying to break free from whatever stretch I'm in. Those muscles that are there. Yeah, no, you're absolutely correct. You have to add in your social security number as well. Very important. Good man. Good man. All right, so my arm goes across my body. I grab just higher than my elbow. I'm going to pull in, and this arm right here is going to try to squeeze and break free. As soon as you squeeze, you're going to feel it 10 times more intense. That means you're actually activating and using the muscles being stretched. What good is a loose, lazy muscle being stretched? No good. You can't use it at that flexibility range. Why? Because it's loose and lazy. It's a pointless muscle. It's a stupid muscle. It's no good. All right, so we got to squeeze tight and try to break free. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, going past it out. Bloop. Oh, I'm back. Okay, good. Other side. Arm across chest. Pull it up. My wife is sitting here looking at me funny. Like most times. And again, we're going to try to break free for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, tres, dos, uno, cero. Actually, I think cero is 100, so technically that means we're going to do that a lot longer. Is cero 100?
What language?
Spanish.
I don't
Cero.
know.
I don't know, I could be wrong here. Somebody's going to tell me. All right, whenever I do a stretch like that, I like to loosen up my shoulders just a little bit. It's big round forward, big round backwards. We're going to do one last stretch. That's going to do our shoulder and our neck because those were the main things we were working on right here during our weird headstand variations. Take one arm up, drop it behind. Whatever you do, do not turn and look this direction and breathe in through your nose. You're going to have a bad day, much like when you pizza when you're supposed to french fry. Reach over the top, grab that arm. We're going to pull it down, and once it's most of the way there, about 90% as far as you can stretch it, we're going to use these muscles and try to pull out and break free. If you want bonus points, try to lift your chin. That's going to take this arm that's being stretched and force it to stretch backwards as well. It's going to get like 5 times more intense. So just lift your chin slowly. Let's try to break free for 10, 9, 8, 7. Lift your chin. 6. Oh my God. 5, 4. Hallelujah. 3, 2, 1. Amen. Ooh. And switch. Other side. Same thing. And try to break free. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Lift your chin. 5. Oh my God. 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Oh. Round them shoulders out. Round that spine forward, backwards, side, side. Oh, yeah. Shake it out. Woo! Now I get a little too excited there. All right, last thing we're going to do, just a couple of simple little neck rolls. Normally when we do the neck rolls, I say to squeeze your neck muscles, move in slow motion like you're moving through molasses. We've done a lot of intense neck stuff, so we're just trying to loosen it up before the day. Never ever do really any kind of intense muscular work and then don't loosen up or stretch at the end. Then everything just tightens up way worse. It takes way longer for you to get over that soreness and that stiffness. There is a reason. There's always a joke about dudes that are jacked weightlifters. They're like, bruh, I just lifted like 600 pounds. Look how strong I am. Right? Then they finish working out. Do they stretch? No. Do they do mobility? No. And then they go, hey, could you come help me out? I went to the restroom, but I can't wipe myself because I'm just so buff and I don't ever stretch and now I can't reach, right? So always do your mobility stretching, always loosen up right at the end of your thing so you do not end up like the jacked weightlifters. Do the weightlifting, but stretch afterwards. All right, it's been a fun, beautiful time. I love all you Firestorm peeps. And I love you people down here on the other live stream. That's right, you people up here on this live stream, you didn't know I was cheating on you with those people in that live stream. And you people in that live stream, you already... Oh! Streamception! Ah! I cheated on YouTube. Sorry. Thank you, Coach Aaron. You have an awesome day, man. And I look forward to being able to open up and see your beautiful faces in class back in our normal gym so we can do the Parkours and the tumbling. You're not a dragon.
Jake's like, what is happening?
And I have a feeling that I'm about to get Stone Cold Steve Austin slammed or something like that. It's almost like I'm leaning my knees back to set myself up in a perfect position to... Oh, you didn't? Oh, no. I regret nothing! Oh, God. I'm gonna be honest. I really thought he was gonna slam that down way sooner and with way more force. Oh God! But instead, he just slow motion squished me. This is my quarantine life now. Goodbye, beautiful people. I'm learning how to end the life. Oh! 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 That smushed parts of my body I didn't want smushed. Oh God, I can't. Angel, push the button for me.
Which button is it?
It's the X.
Which button?
It's the big giant X.
Bye, guys.
The little tiny X. Now I need a doctor.